Bible tells the story of two travelers on the road to Emmaus. As they walk together, a stranger draws alongside. The stranger, who is Jesus, becomes a friend, one who speaks their language and shares their experience. He opens up the scriptures in such a way that when he departs, the travelers' hearts are left wanting to know more. Today, across the Arab world, ordinary men and women are experiencing similar encounters as they hear the voices of HCJB Global's partners, local believers who come alongside their neighbors through broadcasts and share Christ's message. Listeners' lives are being touched as they begin a journey of hope. Can you imagine living in a country that restricted your freedom to hear the message of Jesus? This is an everyday reality for the more than 300 million people living in North Africa and the Middle East. People there live their lives against a backdrop of social, political, and violent upheaval in countries that are unevangelized and where missionaries and Christian literature are banned. How can we come alongside them in their journey with the Bible's message of hope and peace? That's where HCJB Global comes in.
We know historically and in current events how critical this part of the world really is. And to reach households there with the love of Christ is absolutely important. The best way to do it is to train local believers in producing radio content that we can send in using whatever technology God gives us.
A lot of groups, small groups, got around the radio to listen to the program, and they said that this became our church. We don't have churches here around, so one letter came from Morocco, from Algeria, and from Yemen, up all the way in the mountains. They were telling us that the radio signal was clear over there, and it created a church.
They're able to hear about how to raise their kids, how to manage their finances, how to have a better marriage. We're holistic radio that deals with all of life's issues.
Many listeners say that we said that we are listened by accident, and they write a letter and even they become a Christian.
Listening to a shortwave radio, I heard HCJB Global's radio broadcast in Arabic explain the gospel message. Then God provided a way for me to meet other believers, and I was baptized. Now I'm working to bring the good news to the people of North Africa through radio.
Most people in that part of the world will never meet a believer, but through radio, we can reach them. So we're using satellite, we're using the internet to reach the younger people. They're responding by sending text messages to us saying, I want to follow Jesus. Will you be my friend? I want to follow Jesus. Can you get me a Bible? People in that part of the world are looking for hope.
Even military men would agree that the best way to transform that world, that part of the world, is through personal change. It's changing individuals' thoughts about their own society and about others that is going to make the real change in the lives of the people there.
I can think of no more critical part of the world than the North Africa, Middle East. Biblically, historically, prophetically, it's key that we invest the resources to introduce Jesus Christ as the Son of God and Savior of the world and the hope of mankind. God has a plan for this part of the world. And if we ignore it, we're going to miss the opportunity and miss the command of Jesus to carry the gospel there. And so that's why we're absolutely committed, passionate, and excited about the opportunities to break down the barriers through media to introduce Christ to North Africa, Middle East.
We've seen and heard amazing results of the way God is changing lives through our broadcasts. Will you join us in touching the hearts of people in the Arabic-speaking world who are on a journey of hope? Your gift will enable radio to go where missionaries can't go and tell the story of the risen Christ to those in North Africa and the Middle East. Visit the HCJB Global website today to learn more about the Journey of Hope project and how you can take part in the journey.